What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be putting my PC that I got off Facebook. It's the one I've been playing with for the past like almost a year now. Lexi actually bought me this one. It's the Fractal Design Meshify C. So we're going to be tearing down the other PC. I think it's a what's it called? Corsair T900 or something. But I'll put it in the description. I'm actually going to be selling it, so if anybody wants it. Maybe we'll do like a review of this case as well. I didn't really have any problems with this one, just like I said, the fact that it's literally massive, and I just don't really like how it looks. I kind of want to have one that I can put on my desk at some point. I probably won't put this one on my desk, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. The other thing I want to do is fix all my wires. I don't know if you can see them from there, but maybe we'll do I'll do a close-up of all those. I kind of just did it like half-assed when I first got the computer, because like I said, I'm in college, so I'm only going to be living here another like 4 months maybe. So yeah, hopefully this one will look a lot better. Hopefully it won't be too hard to unplug everything and move it into this case. Alright, so we're going to do a little unboxing of this case. Probably should get a knife or something. Just got a letter opener, but it seems to be working. Ooh, it looks nice already. Man, I like that. I like the look of that. Just looks really clean. Oh, the other thing that's a plus about this is having this new case is I didn't get the box or anything that came with the other big ass case. So being able to I'm gonna keep this box and these foam. It's actually a good tip for anyone that's gonna be buying a case or building a PC. Keep the box and the foam that comes with the case. Then you can transport it safely. Something that Lexi didn't do.
I kept packing peanuts.
Yeah, and a box, right?
Yeah.
But threw away the styrofoam, unfortunately. That's my fault. I should have said something. Pop this guy out of here. Man, it's in there. There it is. Fuck, that looks clean. So this is the bottom. I like that a lot. There's a little side panel. Just as you can see, we'll do a little size comparison over here. Look at the difference of this shit.
Wow.
I'll turn. I guess we could turn this one too. Yeah, this thing's a fucking tank over here. So as you can see, and everything will fit in here perfectly fine. At least that's the idea. Hopefully, that's the plan. There's nothing crazy big in here. Like the graphics card isn't even a lone one, and everything else is like pretty standard for an ATX build. So, and this is a mid ATX, so it should all fit in here perfectly fine. Really like about this is it has like the black dust filter on top, because I don't want it to be all white. And the other cool thing is it's magnetic. It just pops in there. So really easy to clean. I think it has one on the bottom too. I don't know, this is just like a big one. Like it slides out, I believe. I don't know. I didn't really read any of the instructions yet. But we did read that you're just supposed to loosen all these. And it should just pop off. Man, those are tight. Got those. Oh yeah, and then it comes with 2 fans, it looks like.
And then there should be 2 on the back as well.
No, there's one in the front, one in the back. Looks like. Should they come all the way out? Like, I feel like it's weird to take them all the way out. Well, there goes one little guy. Yeah, I guess they do come all the way out, otherwise it doesn't lift up. Okay. Probably should have something to put these on, but for now. And then this just pop right off. Right. Looks really nice. Nice finish inside. There's just one fan back here and one fan right here. which isn't terrible. I think I have one more fan that I can use from that one that isn't part of the case. Or I think, yeah. So it should be okay with, because I could probably move this one to the front up here and then have the same setup in that one where I have my AIO and then my rear fan right there. Yeah, I think that got it. Okay, yeah. So one thing to note, they put them on there real tight. I guess they probably just have a machine that does it, so that makes sense. Jesus. Normally I think I would be able to open them, but it just was ripping into my thumb. So if you have a little set of pliers or anything, to get the first turn, then you can demo. I think that might be enough, okay. So that comes off and goes over here as well. Turn it around for you guys. It's also pretty lightweight. Nice. So yeah, looks pretty nice. They got some Velcro straps in here with all the wires neatly organized for us for the front I/O. I kind of like how this front panel looks. It's got 2 USB 3.0s, and I like the little labels that they got for the headphones, mic. I'm assuming this is restart. That's interesting. Never seen that. And then that's power. Forgot to mention. In the basement of the case, when you buy a case, usually there's the little net screws and shit that you need for the motherboard. Accessories, as they call it. Forgot to mention that was in there. But something that, when we were building Lexi's computer, we kind of overlooked. And we put the motherboard in. We were like, where are the screws? And we looked in the box, and they weren't in there. And we were like, bottom of the case. Something simple, but I'm sure people have overlooked it before. Alright, so we got all the stuff unplugged from my current computer setup. I can't even pull this with one hand, but I'll just slide it out of there real quick. You can see I kind of got an absolute mess of cables going everywhere, so would like to organize those a lot better. Doesn't look too bad up here on the desk, but definitely underneath with the white wall too. It's kind of gross. And I'm gonna put this power strip down here, like somewhere underneath the desk, and then just cable tie all the like even have cables run up the leg. Well, I guess if the power strip's up there, it might solve a lot of the issues. I'll just have to hide the cables behind the rest of the desk. But otherwise, I really like how it looks. And there's this keyboard that I think I'm gonna upload a video with a review on. I'll do that later, but I'll put all my stuff in my setup in the description if anybody's looking to buy anything of it. And I'll do a little bit more in depth once we're all done with separating everything out. So, open this guy up. And he looks okay too, actually. The guy did a pretty good job at cable managing. And then I'll flip it around. And I'll pull this side off. But as you can see, there's still like a lot of room in here. There's literally nothing in this whole area. Nothing here or up here. So, and this graphics card will definitely, it's not too long, so it'll definitely be able to fit in there, hopefully. Alright, so we got both the cases down here with their panels off. And the idea is just take everything from this one and put it in here. Alright guys, so a lot's happened since we last got back to you. Lexi's holding the motherboard and part of the AIO. Took the motherboard out and the graphics card. She's right here. Absolute beauty. Only thing is we gotta put standoffs in this new. Oh, and we moved this fan. So it came with these 2 fans. One was in the front, one was in the back. So we put both in the front. So we're gonna put the AIO panel and fan that Lexi cleaned. Where is it? Oh, that was the one that was in my old case. See how much dirtier it is. But that one's gonna go in the back here as exhaust, I think. I think those are intake. So yeah, we're gonna figure this out because she doesn't want to hold this anymore. Alright, so we got the standoffs in, and we put the motherboard in. But we're gonna get that screwed in, and then put the graphics card back in, And then we just gotta move over the power supply and the hard drives. I think that's it actually. We just gotta plug all the cables in here. So, yeah, we'll get back once we get the AIO installed, and we'll be putting the graphics card in. Alright guys, so we got the AIO hooked up. You can see, got the tubes running up there. I think I might get some little white fittings to go around. They're not fittings, but for the lack of better words, basically it's just some white, like fabric that goes around the tubes. Just to make them, you know, kind of go with the color scheme a little more. But otherwise, it's actually gone pretty good. Thought it was gonna. It's only been what, an hour?
Yeah, I think so.
Thought it was gonna take us a little bit longer because we're kind of new to the game. Only computer I built was Lexi's, and I feel like it kind of was a little bit easier than it should have been because of some of the stuff that came with the case she bought. Had like the fan hub and shit, and we didn't get too much expensive stuff. Like it was just kind of. All right, well. That'll sounded like it went in. That sounded good. I think it's in there. Just screw these back in. Alright guys, it's been a little while since we caught up with you. I'm kind of gassed. I had a little wrestling match with a hard drive cage. I don't know. Lexi broke it. I took it completely out. Whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. Took it completely out of the of this case because I couldn't get the hard drive out, and I think the guy had bought it from, I don't know how he messed with it. I don't know. It was in there really bad, real tight, and we couldn't get it out. We couldn't get the little thing to slide out, so Lexi snapped it off, and it actually ended up helping because that was the issue, was that we couldn't get one side, this little nub. I mean, this like little nub right here. I don't know if you can see that. On the end of it. We couldn't get it to go, we only could get one to go through on each side, so. But we ended up getting it out, so. This case is basically completely empty now. And there's the cage I was talking about. It's pretty ugly. Those are just like spots to put CD drives, which I don't have any. So basically empty. And this one's basically full. You got the motherboard and the graphics card in there, the fans and everything, the AIO, and then on this side, we got a power supply in. I guess you can see it right here on the back, and SSDs chilling right there. And the hard drives in the cage in there. I don't know if you can see in there, but it's like right here. So now all that's left is putting all these front panel connectors into the motherboard, and we'll basically be done. Oh, and the power supply stuff. So yeah, probably my least favorite part of building computers. Me and Lexi actually did it pretty fast when we built hers, but I'm worried about this one because it has a couple of these. Hers had like all these little ones all combined in one. The power, all these little guys. So, gonna have to look up where all those go. Everything else is kind of self-explanatory. I got USB, HD audio, and I think there might be one other one in there, but those are all labeled on the motherboard, so I shouldn't have too much trouble with those. But man, I'm tired after wrestling that hard drive out of there. I was honestly contemplating just buying a new hard drive because the one in there is only 1 terabyte, and 2 terabyte hard drives are like $50 on Amazon and Newegg. So, but it has some of my stuff on it, so I wasn't ready to part with it. I didn't want to break the hard drive cage because, like I said, I'm planning on selling that other case, but it needed to be done. So, but we got the hard drive, and we're almost done. So, and then we got the desk in the back. Hopefully it'll look good with all the new wires and shit. We'll do a little before shot of the absolute aftermath from unplugging everything, and then we'll come back and do after. Hopefully it'll look a lot nicer. Alright, we'll be back. Fuck this case. Alright guys, finally got everything plugged in. All the front panel connectors and everything, so Computer's basically all done, hopefully. Just about to plug it in and test it. Got everything out of here. It's completely empty, basically. Just has the hard drive cage in there and the front panel cables. Probably gonna throw this up on Facebook. But yeah, look at the size difference in these. It actually doesn't look that big on camera, but I mean, just the height on camera you can tell is a lot different, and then also the width. And I think honestly, I'm just really happy with how this turned out. Like, it just looks really clean. It looks a lot better than it did in there. And I actually found out a couple things that were installed wrong in that case. The power supply was upside down, and the AIO was kind of in a bad spot, and the hard drive was, I mean, and it wasn't necessarily wrong, but it was jammed in there. So we got it plugged in. Not sure, I think I have it flipped off right now. So let me make sure that's plugged in all the way. Flip it on. And then let's moment of truth here. Oh, and I do see lights. So that's a good sign. Let me plug in the display port real quick just to make sure that it hooks up to the monitor fine. But it looks good. Good sign here that we got lights and shit. Scared me. AO made like a weird liquid noise, but it must just be redistributing since it was off for a while. But yeah, you can see it look a little better now. Looks pretty sweet. Looks like there's some LED. That must be the motherboard that has LEDs on it. Let's turn on the monitor and check it out. There we go. Looks like everything. I don't have my keyboard plugged in, but looks like it's all good. So there's a new case, everybody. Let's see if I can pull this one over. So I guess the other thing is it's a lot longer too. So yeah, there's the, let's do the overhead. Look at that. It's like 2 times as long, probably like 1.5 times as wide. And then, yeah, it's so much bigger and just unnecessary how big it was. So, and it's an expensive case too, so hopefully I can get some good money for it for someone who wants to build a really big rig. But yeah, for the parts that I had, all fit in there really easily. And I really like how it looks. Here, I'll put this glass panel on, but I'm glad that everything worked out. Don't want a girl obsessed in the background. Alright, what is up, guys? We're done. Look at this absolute beauty. We got it powered up, got the monitor set up. And here we go. Final row underneath, look at that. Alright, it's still kind of bad, but it's better. And there's the PC. There's set up. Overall case build, pretty good. I don't think we really had any issues with it. It's definitely really strong. Some of the screws, the only like complaint I would have is that some of the screws and stuff, when they like machine them and manufacture them to be sent out, they probably just have machines that screw them in, and so some of them are really tight. So you might need a drill. I was able to, since I had a good amount of tools in my toolbox, I was able to loosen them up a little bit if they were really tight, and then being able to use a screwdriver for the rest. Otherwise, case worked perfectly fine. Had enough room for all the cables and all that kind of stuff, so yeah, no complaints. I really like how it looks. Dust filters look good. I'm sure it'll have good airflow and stuff. I guess I could check my temps and maybe update you guys on that from my desk, maybe off my webcam. But everything looks good, so I'm excited. A lot more compact of a case. I think it looks a lot better. The lighting is good, even though I only have Only RGB I have in there is Corsair RAM, but it lights up like the whole case still, so don't think we'll have to add any more RGB. I really like how it looks. It makes the setup look a lot nicer. Before it was just that big ass case down there on the left. Just it looks a lot more compact and minimalistic. I really like the white and black too, and you can even see it's lit up. You can see it from here. Thanks for tuning in the video, guys. Something I forgot to mention throughout the build was that I bought most of the stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I'll still have it listed in the description from like Amazon or wherever. But I was able to save a lot of money using Facebook and buying stuff used. I bought the desk, that monitor, the mouse, the actual computer parts, and the other case itself. The only thing I bought new was that fractal case, and that keyboard, and the webcam, and my microphone actually. But yeah, so I highly recommend Facebook Marketplace if you're looking for a good deal on some computer parts. A lot of people are selling their older parts right now. I was able to get pretty good specs on my computer, even though they're not that old. So highly recommend Facebook Marketplace if you're looking for a cheaper option and you still want to build your dream gaming setup like I did. All right, peace guys, thanks.